Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing well. This is the COT data video for the week beginning the 1st of September 2025. Now, historically speaking, August has been like the summer volume, so we've had like quite low liquidity and volatility, and so we should start picking up as we go towards the end of the year. It's worth noting that the dollar index, the futures, the net non-coms, the banks and institutions, they're not overly convinced on its strength. We're actually negative. We are below the zero line, which is really of note. And the euro, the FX, the euro cross is really pumped, and we can see that reflecting the price on the spot on the euro USD. So we've come from 101,000 to 123,000. So you can see we had like a turncoat resistance and then support. So that's of note. We may see it again, to be fair. We may come up here. We may see some rejection and then that potentially. We do know that 1.2 is a key level for the euro USD. We may go up there to tease it, but the ECB don't really want it beyond that because it doesn't benefit the eurozone having too strong a euro against the dollar. So we may have some resistance at 1.2. So perhaps we're going to come back up here, and then there'll be some comments from Lagarde or something like that, and then we'll probably hit some resistance, some fundamental resistance, and we could probably decline a little bit. So it is of note we had that that flip resistance and then support. So you've got to be a little bit careful. And you look at the yen, see if it's actually stopped its free fall. It has done, which is good. Okay, so 69,000 to 84. So we're positive, and we're more positive than the week prior. So we may see a little bit of yen strength. Okay, so bear that in mind. We know we've got that dollar weakness. The yen ticking up, the euro's ticking up. So we'll remove the euro. Let's look at Aussie. Aussie's probably going to be chopping still. Well, we did chop, and now we're actually breaking lower. This was a pretty horrible range that we consolidated in, and now we're definitely moving lower. So here's, for example, a setup you could have done on the euro Aussie, where we had the euro ticking up and the Aussie coming down. So the euro Aussie probably should be going up higher. Okay, so that's of note. This would be telling us that we probably might be having like some risk off because the Australian dollar is regarded as quite a risky asset. So if the institutions and the banks, they're selling the Aussie, it kind of tells us that we may be coming into a risk off scenario. We still got that support. If we break that, oh yeah, we still got that support. But if we break that low, then we could probably continue lower. We're going to be where the yen was. If you remember, that was really like, it was sold off really heavily down there. So the Aussie is of note. Also, apologies for no COT data video last week. I was busy with family. Okay, so that's just like an update from the last 2 weeks. So it is really interesting that. Okay, so Aussie off, pound on. And the pound's just chopped a bit, and we are slightly ticking lower. And there's a little bit of fear going around with the UK government and the banks, and so that sent a little bit of a ripple, bit of shockwave, a little bit of a risk off there because the UK government, I don't really trust them, to be honest with you, especially with finance. So you've got to be a little bit careful. We have broken this low, this triple low. And it looks like we probably may be breaking this low. It's just we have chopped quite hard. Okay, and likewise, the euro pound could be good for a long because the euro had ticked up higher, where the pound has been sold off. So we may go up higher on the euro pound. Okay, pound off, CAD on, and it's a tricky one, isn't it? It could well just continue to fall. It looked like it was trying to go above this euro, but it's like, no, not interested. And it just started to fall, minus 105,000. So yeah, it was negative at the net level, and we were more negative than the week prior. So fairly bearish on the CAD. Likewise, the euro CAD could be a good long. So that's an idea. We had that euro CAD trade from our robot. for a long, and that worked out quite nicely. And cut off. Look at gold. Gold's going to probably be, yeah, so 214. So we probably are going to move up higher. When we look at this next week, this is probably going to be moving substantially higher because of the price action we saw on the gold USD on the spot. So I think this is probably going to be moving higher to reflect that price action that we had. Because don't forget, this is from Tuesday, and we're not able to see the data until the following Friday. So we've always got that delay. So I think this should be moving up higher, and we're going to have some resistance up here. So it's really interesting that we had that head and shoulders up here, and we fell. However, all-time highs, so we may come back up there again. So you've got to be careful with being bearish, because on the COT data, it's overwhelmingly bullish. Like, we're way above the 0 line, and it tells us that the banks are very bullish on this particular instrument. So 202, yeah, we've just moved up higher slightly, but I think we're going to see a larger move when we look at it next weekend. And gold off. New Zealand dollar. We could look at the peso, but no one's going to trade that, I don't think. Sideways on the Kiwi. We tried to go above 0, but it just kind of like languished a little bit. It has looking for direction, and you probably want to avoid the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, for the fact that we're just tied. We're neck and neck, so it could probably flip anyway, and you may see a lot of volatility on that currency pair. I'd probably avoid it, I think. And we can go to the Swiss franc, and we're sideways. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to allow the COT data in Discord. I'm going to allow that for the light tier now. So it's just an extra incentive to join us. If you join at the light tier, you won't get everything. You still have a lockdown Discord, but you will get access to the COT report. And that light tier is for $5 a month, so it's very affordable. It's our most affordable tier, but you don't get like the trading chat because we share trading ideas up there. But you get a ton of stuff for $5 a month, including the COT data report. So it's worth considering. It's only $5, so you could do that. You'd help finance VPSs and AI and all that stuff, and you might even find it useful. And don't forget, we can look at the hedge funds and we can look at the commercials as well. We don't necessarily have to look at the non-commercials. We can look at what the comms are doing, like the retail traders. We could look at what they're doing. But for brevity, we just look at the net non-comms. And so that's it. So I'm just going to simply toggle that channel to allow for the light tier. And then you can get access to this amazing document that Christian's designed for us. And it's very comprehensive because it does drill into individual currencies as well, and their weekly change and their delta. So I wish you a good weekend, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Morning, guys. So I'm not sure if you are aware, but we have a ability for you to join for free at QuasiDB, and you can unlock Discord in its entirety and all those channels and the bank forecasts and our community. Trade setups, the robots, and you can also have me as well for support if you need, and also the spreadsheet as well. And the spreadsheet is enormous and it's really powerful. And it's even got a thing where it's got predictive sentiment in the spreadsheet now, so it can predict the future, pending that the crowd hold. Of course, they may not hold. If they flip flop, it's not ideal, but if they hold, then we can predict what they're going to do. Which is really cool because we have a thing called the future bubbles. So if you were interested in unlocking all of that stuff, you create an account at IC Markets, and what you'll need to do is just simply click the link. It's campaign for 55485, and you'll come here, and it'll store a little cookie on your computer to say that you've used that URL, and then you just simply say you fill in the information and you say, I'd like to join. Hi, I would like to join campaign. If I can spell it, 55485. And can you merge my live account with this campaign ID, if I can spell it. And then that's it. Then you'll fill in the information. Obviously it did ask for the name, but that's obvious, you will fill that in. And then you'll speak to the AI bot, and then you'll type that in, and then that will get the ball rolling. And so let me know once you've done this, once you've funded your account, and then I'll send you the sheet and give you Discord unlock. But I will need to see activity on that account. You can't just have live funds in there and not use it. Okay, so just a quick plug there for IC Markets, and it is without a doubt the best broker I've ever used. And you can see that is absolutely insane as well. 200,000 happy active clients, and the support is fantastic. I've never had any issues whatsoever with their support. The sign up is easy, and the withdrawals are easy as well, because it has PayPal and various schemes as well, credit card, debit card, Skrill, Apple Pay, and that's it. So it's an option, and all you're going to just simply do is just tell them that you want to join the campaign ID 55485, and whether or not you can merge my live account or your live account with this campaign ID. And then they'll say, yep, I'll put you through to a human, and then you may have to repeat that. And then they'll say, oh, can you email this address? And then you'll email that address, and then they'll have a record of your account officially wanting to merge with this campaign 55485. Okay, just a quick one there if you were interested in unlocking all the stuff that we provide for free. Okay.